Hello everyone. Today in this video, I'll be solving a question which is Young Physicist. Okay, so in this question, it's a pretty simple one. So if I just summarize what is written here, let's take an example and summarize what it is. So there was a boy who is who had to do a physics homework, but he was very busy playing, so he couldn't do the physics homework. Okay, so what was the homework is that this is the coordinates. Okay, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, right? So what happens is what you will be given is you will be given 2 points here. Okay, this is first point, this is second point, and these points are nothing but these are the forces acting in this direction and in this direction. Okay, so if both are to cancel each other, what is the value of this one and what is the value of this one, if we find the resultant force, what we will do is this is 4 in this direction for the x-axis and the force in this one is -8. So total force in the horizontal direction will be -4, right? 4 plus -8, that is -4. So it will be -4 here, and the same thing goes for 1 and -13. 1 is here and -13 is here, so our resultant force will be 1 minus 13, which is -12. So this is the resultant force, it's not equal to 0. On the other hand, we can see that the force acting here is 3 in this direction and -3 in this direction, so they cancel each other. Same thing goes for 4 as well, so it is 4 here and -4 here, so the resultant force will be 0, right? So it will stay in the same position. So that's all what we have to do. We will be given with these coordinates x and y, as well as z will be given to us. For the simplification purpose, I have not included z here, but for the z also same thing we will do. How many ever forces are given to us, all coordinates will add, x-axis coordinates will add and see if it's lying in the 0th position, y coordinates will add and see if it's lying in the 0th position, and z coordinates will add and see if it's lying in the 0th position. If it's lying in the 0th position, that means the forces cancel each other. If any of the coordinate does not lie in the 0 position, which means that it's the forces does not equally cancel each other. Okay, that's all what we have to write in this question. So we'll start from here. We'll be importing java.util.star, then this is the class main, and here is the void main, means the static void main function. Here we have n to get how many vertices, how many vertex we are going to how many vectors we are going to take, means this is one vector, this is another vector, third vector, like that. How many are there, that number we are taking. Okay, and x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0 initially. Okay, then what we will be doing, whatever the x values we are getting, see this is the scan condition, we are taking the number of vertex here, actually this vertex here. Okay, and the number of vertex we are getting in n, and while n is greater than 0 means we are considering all the vectors. And when we come here, first we will be asking the x coordinate, then we'll be adding up with the x value. Initially it is 0, 0 plus whatever x coordinate comes, we'll be adding here, like that. All vectors x coordinates will be adding in the same position, and we'll be seeing if it becomes 0 at the end after n vectors are over. Same thing goes for y and z as well. After we have done that, that means last we'll be doing like n minus minus after each iteration, so the number of vectors reduces, and after it becomes 0, we have considered all the vectors and added all the x values in the x and y values in the y and z values of the vectors in the z. So we'll be seeing if all of this is 0, then only it means that the body will be not moving, means it will be in the ideal position, else it will be not in the ideal position if any of this is not equal to 0. Okay, so that's all what we had to do in this code. And to quickly wrap up, what will be given, means what was the question is, we will be given with the vectors, the coordinates of the vectors will be given, and just we have to find out if the sum of these vectors is equal to 0. How can you calculate is, a vector is made up of 2 or 3 things, which are the coordinates. In the question there are 3 coordinates, so here we have 3 coordinates. This what you have to do is you have to check if in the horizontal force all the vectors sum will be equal to 0, in the vertical also it will be equal to 0, and the z axis also will it be equal to 0 or not. If it's 0, then it's means the body will stay in the 0th position. Initially body is here only and it will stay here. Else if any of this is not equal to 0 after the summation of all the coordinate values of either x, y or z, then that means that the body will not stay in the position. So for that, what we are doing here is we are just taking the n value here, how many vectors we are going to take. After that, for each vector we are iterating here, and we are seeing if the x, y and z values we are adding up, and after the addition, if all are 0, that means the forces cancel each other in the x and y and z coordinates of their values. If it's yes, means if it's 0 means it's yes, else it's no, means any of this is not 0 means it will come here and it will print as no. Okay, so that's all what is there in this code, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.